What is up, guys? It's Raoul TV, Team R for you all. Boom, we're back again, and what we're doing is we're doing the service, engine service on a 2016 Renault Clio. It's a 1.2 petrol. Car's here, ready to go. Let's go. Also, stay tuned to the end of the video. I'm going to show you how to reset the service warning light on the Renault Clio 2016 plate, 2015. You know what I'm talking about. There we have it, guys. The 1.2 engine. What we're going to replace is, we're just going to do a basic engine service. So we're going to replace the oil filter, spark plugs, air filter, antifreeze, screen wash, top everything up. Okay, the first thing I want to do is, obviously it's been running, the car's been running for about 5-10 minutes, the engine's nice and warm. I'm going to drain the oil, take the oil filter off, and then we'll go from there. Then we'll tackle the spark plugs, the air filter, the rest of it. But first things first, let's drain the oil. If you are going to attempt it at home, make sure you put it on axle stands, put a block on the back, jack the front end up, and make sure it's safe, because last thing you want is the car falling on you. I always say that. If you're doing it at home, make sure it's safe. Another thing is, I'm going to switch the camera on so you can see. Underneath the car, there's this cover here. It's held on with 10mm here, 10mm bolt here. It might not come off. The best thing to do is just take them two off and then swing it and then tie it up here with something. That's what I suggest you do. Okay guys, as you can see, I couldn't take the full cover off. I mean, I can take the full cover off. I mean, take 1, 2, 3, 4 more little clips, everything on the side. Basically, we don't need to take the full cover off. So what we're going to do is, I've made that contraction bungee cord from the cover all the way to the bumper here. That should hold it, because all we need to do is drain that here. The oil filter on these, right there, you can get my hand on that, so that's the easy access. It's to drain the oil, to take the sun plug off, we need an 8mm or size 8, zooming too much into that, size 8 square. Basically get that on there, or any size 8 square kind of thing. Just put it on there and just take that off. Sun plug should come off, drain it, happy days. Okay guys, there's the new filter. What we do is, before we fit it, just put some oil around the seal. Bit of oil around the seal. Right, the oil filter lives in there. See if I can get this on and show you guys at the same time. There we go, that goes straight on. Obviously what I'm going to do now is get a bit of sandpaper on my hand and then just tighten it up with the sandpaper, or get a rag or a cloth or something. Just get a good grip and tighten it hand tight. That should do it. Right, let's put this cover back on. We're going to put the cover back on, sand it down, put the oil in, do the rest of it. What I recommend, if you're doing it on the floor, I would take this cover off totally, because if it's on the floor, you're only going to get it about a foot, 2 foot off the ground when you're jacking it up. Take the full cover off, take these stars off which are underneath here, take them off. Right, then the full cover will come off. That way it's easier for you guys. Anyway, yeah, let's send it down. So in order to take this off, obviously what we do is we take this pipe off, which was there. We just take that pipe off, that Jubilee clip, slacken it. Don't have to take it off all the way, we'll just slacken it, and then that should just lift straight off. You can see it's held on there and there on these little rubber ball kind of thing. So all we do is just lift it. So lift, that should come off there, and then pull it out this way. So that's come off from there. Okay, that's come off from there. So all that is off now, but it's still connected. So 2 ways to do this. Either we can take it off from here, or I find this easier. Basically leave that on there, just take it off from here. See that little grommet here? Press that down there. Yeah, you can see the pipe trying to move backwards. You've got another one underneath it. Put your hand right there, there's another one right there. There we go, that comes straight off. What we can do now is move that out of the way. Jubilee clip just fell on the floor, but don't worry about that. And now we can get to the spark plugs. Dead easy. Right, one little top tip is the spark plugs on these cars, They are different, slightly different. The slightly smaller ones, they're the smaller ones. You need the 14mm socket head on it. The normal spark plugs, they're normally 16mm. This is a 14mm. If you get the 16mm, it will not go in there. So get the 14mm. Just a heads up, that's all. So I've got my 14mm on there, the socket head extension. I've got my ratchet. And just take them all off. What I'm going to do now is, obviously I haven't got the socket head with a magnet on it or the rubber on it, so I've got a magnet here, that one. Right guys, when we're putting the spark plugs in, make sure you just don't drop them in, right? If you drop them in, bend the tip on them, right, it's going to misfire, car's not going to run right. So what we do is we get the magnet, on the magnet, we nicely slide it in all the way, and then obviously we need another screwdriver just to hold the plug in and take the magnet out, just like that. Okay, I'll do another one. On the magnet, all the way in. So now we can see it's hit the bottom. Get the screwdriver against the spark plug and then just take your magnet off. That's it. Okay guys, as for the air filter, dead easy. Obviously we took the air filter box off, which is here. To take the air filter out, what we do is we take this one off, these 1, 2, 3, 4 screws off. Basically the Torx 25 stars like that, take them off, air filter out. Right guys, we've done the spark plugs, we've done the air filter, we've sent it up, drained the oil, put the oil filter on. Let's put some oil in it. What you could do is either two ways to do this. One is you can just check it on the dipstick, put about 3 litres in it and then check it, or you could just get the handbook out, check it by the handbook how much it takes, or ring your spare shop or your part supplier how much oil it takes and just put it in accordingly. They are very slow fillers these, so we have to be careful. Right, when we're checking it on the dipstick, we need it to be to there, basically where the grooved bit ends. That's the maximum. So if the dipstick is like that, we're going to put it in like that. That top mark there, we don't want it above that. Right guys, everything is done. We've done the oil filter, air filter, spark plugs. I'm going to top all the waters up, all the fluids and everything, that's after. Right, and I'm going to reset the service light. Stay tuned to the end of the video. I'm going to show you how to reset the service light. Let's start this car up and yeah, we'll reset the service light. Right, service, everything has been done. We're going to reset the warning light. I've already reset it, but I'm going to show you guys how to do it. This is how we do it. First things first, put the key card into the ignition. All the lights will light up. Okay, so what we do is we come to this side, the wiper stalk, press the up button until we come sorry about the radio. We come to that there, service intervals. Then what we do is the top button, there's 2 buttons there, the toggle. Top one, press and hold. Press and hold until you'll see what happens. That'll come up. Right, release this button. Okay, then press and hold again. It'll start flashing. And then stop. Then release this button again. Press the bottom button. Press the bottom one. Press and hold, that is. Press and hold. Start flashing. Comes to a stop. Happy days. All done and dusted. Now you can go ahead and turn the ignition off. Take the key out. Put the key card back in. Press the foot on the brake. Start the car up. All done and dusted. Right guys, so that's how we do it. That's how we do the engine service on a Renault Clio 2016 plate, 2015, 16, 17 kind of thing. Dead easy. Like I say, if you're doing it on the floor, make sure it's safe. Take the cover off if you're doing it on the floor. If you're doing it on the ramp and everything, happy days, no problem at all. That's how you reset the service as well. No problem, you don't need no diagnostic software or anything. Like, share and subscribe to my channel. Smash that like button for me. Hit the bell button, leave a comment in the comment section, and I will see you guys soon.